We're back with the channel. It's the end of Q1 and time to check in on the goals that we set out for 2020. I'm with my wife Natalie and we're going to go over our goals coming up. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Sean. This is Natalie. On this channel, I talk about our journey to financial freedom. So if you like personal finance topics, please consider subscribing and hit that like button now before you forget. So back in January, we had actually put together a video about our goals for 2020. We thought quarterly might be a good frequency to come in and check in on these goals. It's always important to do a check on your goals so that you make sure you're on track. So we're gonna go through the goals and see how we're doing so far. So we're gonna start, Natalie, with your goals.
Okay, so my first goal was to go to the gym 10 times a week. Yes, 10 times. And then do one weekend activity. So that's going to the gym in the morning and then at lunch on weekdays, or at lunch and then in the evening, whatever works. And then doing one weekend activity either on the Saturday or Sunday. And I would say that I have fulfilled this and I'm still going strong, even in the COVID situation. It's still happening. I mean, not in the gym, but in the basement, doing some circuit training a couple times a day. So yeah, so that one's been good. My second goal was to lose 5 pounds. And I've put on 5 pounds instead because of the current situation that we are in. That's what I'm blaming it on.
Quarantine weight.
Yeah, I've turned to baking and eating. I love food. There's nothing else to do. But I hope things get back to normal and then we can drop those 5 pounds and then drop another 5 pounds. So that'll be 10 pounds now. My third goal was to cut down on the amount of non-vegan meals that we eat. Usually we eat, everything that we cook at home is vegan, but then when we do go out to eat, like in some evenings or weekends or whatever for a special occasion, we do tend to eat non-vegan meals because we crave them. But anyways, our goal was to cut that down to 3 to 4 times a week, and actually we've been doing really well and eating non-vegan meals only 2 to 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So we're doing pretty good, I would say. My fourth goal was to read more. That's not happening. It was for like the first 2 months of the year, and then now COVID, and I can't.
Well, it's because you used to do most of your reading on the train, which we no longer take to and from work because we're working from home. So reading at home is not something Natalie is into, apparently.
I can't read for fun. So there'll be no more book reviews from me until we get back on that train.
Right on. One thing that's a good tip, if anyone else is trying to put goals together, is we use this calendar here. It's kind of hard to see, but we've marked it all up with the days that we have. We put a little star there if we did a workout, put a little M if we have a meal that week that's non-vegan. So we have been tracking ourselves week by week on this calendar, which has been really good. So I'll go through my goals because a lot of them are very similar. I had physical activity for 4 to 5 times a week, more or less. Even within the quarantine, I have been able to stick to this. So that has been successful. I had a goal to lose 12 pounds at the start of this year, and I think I lost
Probably 5.
I lost 5, and now that I've been working from home, I gained 2 of the 5 back. So yeah, and I have a feeling it's going to keep going up. The 19 in COVID-19 is probably how many pounds I'm going to gain during this quarantine. I think that's what's happening. As far as meat, I said I would only be eating meat 4 times a week. And like Natalie said, we're about 2 to 3 times. So that one's going really well. And for reading books, I put a goal to read 1 book a month. So I'm actually at 3 books right now. So that's also been going pretty good. More or less sticking to my goals, minus the one about the weight. So
you're at 3 books year to date.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Natalie.
Yes.
And we go over the goals we had as a couple.
Yeah. So our first goal was to reduce the amount that we snooze in the morning when our alarm goes off, because we wake up at a ridiculous time.
We used to.
So the result was about 1 time per week we snooze more than once, which is actually pretty good because I feel like it was happening like 4 of 5 days.
Yeah.
That we would just snooze and snooze and snooze. So we're doing pretty good. Once per week, I would say. Our second goal was to visit the mountains 4 times. And so far we've actually gone, well, we went to Montana in January. And then we went to
the Rockies here in Banff twice.
Yeah, we went to Nikiska for snowboarding and then Sunshine for snowboarding. Our third goal was to get a belay license, and we have not done that yet.
No.
But we've gone bouldering twice.
We have.
So that does count for something.
And now the climbing wall
Is shut down.
is shut down. So that's on pause as well because of the quarantine.
So that's technically not our fault. And our fourth one was to learn a new winter activity. I mean, we went snowboarding, which was not new to us, but we didn't go for 2 years in a row, so that's pretty good. But I think by the time we get out of quarantine, winter might be over. So we'll see what happens maybe later in the year. We don't know. But
Natalie's new winter activity is baking, which has also probably led to the weight that I've been gaining. So instead of learning maybe wall climbing or snowshoeing or something like that, so we've got baking. It's a good indoor winter activities. Okay, so I'll jump to some of the YouTube goals. Before I get into these though, I should mention we have passed the 50 subscriber mark, which has been super exciting. I did kind of a shout out when we did 25 subscribers, and this is a big deal. Like I always tell Natalie every time someone subs, we've been really excited. I've been really excited about this. And every time someone subs, I tell my wife, and we've had a few in the last little while. So sorry if I butcher these names, but I want to mention all these people because this is I'm very thankful for this. So,
and go.
Kamal Raj Regmi. Sorry, I think I'm messing that up. But Andy V, Gavin Smith, Pro Health Link, Louise Van 1, Wolves of Investing, Danny at Wolves of Investing. Thanks for subscribing. Caballero, Manny at The Average Investor, Leonard Manzi, Mitchell at Manifest Money. Also, thank you for subscribing. Investing with Joseph and Alex Graff. Thank you. Nana and the JD family, Yakin Phoenix III, Mama Bear Empowerment, Corey and Logan Lage. I'm sure I've missed somebody. If you guys have subscribed and I missed your name, leave me a comment below, say hi, and I'll give you guys a shout out. I am very thankful for every one of you guys. Back to the goal. So for YouTube, I said I wanted to put together 50 videos. I think I'm somewhere around 12 now or 13, and I'm working on those. The quarantine has given me some extra time to put out more than one a week the last few weeks, so that's been good. So we'll keep going on those. I did say I was going to do more on minimalism. I did a video about going through your closet and cleaning out stuff. I don't really know actually if I'm going to be able to do this particular subject as much as I would do personal finance topics because it's more of a lifestyle thing, and I don't really know if it fits with the channel, but it definitely fits with personal finance because that lifestyle helps you with your investments and your money and how you spend it. So I'm going to think about that one still. I'm not really too sure. And finally, I said I would do maybe motivation videos or product reviews. I did a video on the appliances in the kitchen that save us money. Again, I don't really know if this is something that I'm going to be able to continue. The direction that the channel seems to be going is more kind of the investing and personal finance direction. So that's a good thing because we're still trying to work on what this channel is about and what people are interested in hearing about. So if that's the direction we go, that's good. These goals, we're just trying to figure that out. So if we're moving that way, then that's great. Now, our 2020 finance goals. Natalie.
Okay, so our first goal was to maintain our contributions to our investments. We have so far the last few months. We're actually looking to increase them, But I think we're going to be doing that this year. We were just waiting until we filed our taxes and everything could reset for our RSP contribution. So I think, yeah, we're good to go on that. Our second goal was to pay the maximum lump sum on our principal on our mortgage for 2020. So far we're on track. I mean, it's kind of hard to say in the first 3 months of the year, but I think we're on track to be able to do that.
Yeah.
It kind of depends on some factors kind of in the next couple months, some unknowns of, you know, job security, how the market's doing, and yeah, I think we will be looking at that, but we should be okay. So now we have a new goal also that we've added. We have some more room just because it is a new year in our RSPs and TFSAs. So this kind of has to do with the first goal, but basically what we want to do is max our RSPs, TFSAs for both of us.
This is an interesting one just due to everything that's going on in the world right now. We've had to reevaluate, 2 or 3 times what we should do with our goals this year and reprioritize them. Before, we were thinking things would hum along. We might take a good chunk out of the principal on our mortgage. Then, because things changed, we started to think about building our emergency fund, but also there's this opportunity in the markets. So now, because we have room to invest in our investment accounts, we might be reprioritizing those ones and making those a little bit more of a higher priority. So we will be evaluating whether we can do all of these things or we prioritize investing and then the house. But first thing is we are now building our emergency fund just in case something happens in the short term. And then as we get more comfortable, we're going to be kind of pulling back the emergency fund and distributing that money. So it's an interesting thing to take a look at these goals almost every month now. As things change, your priorities change and the goals change. So that might be a separate video altogether. So those are our goal updates for this quarter. We'll do this again in 3 more months and we'll see where we're at. Hopefully no longer in quarantine and I can get on the weight loss goals. But hopefully you guys are doing good with your goals. We encourage you guys to keep going, follow along with us. If you're having fun following along, please let your friends know about the channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. If we get to 100, I was saying that I would open up some of the investment accounts to show everybody what we invest in and talk a little bit more about investing, because we have we have portfolios, we've got ETFs, we've got different vehicles that we use. So if you guys are interested in that, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Stay safe, spread the wealth, and we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Cool. So, our 2020 finance goals, Natalie.